So you're thinking about moving to the Fort Worth area? Well, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at an oxymoron, an affordable new home. That's right. We're going to be taking a look at neighborhoods in which you can find new homes under $400,000. I don't really know if that's affordable.
It is around here.
As far as new homes go. And if you stick around to the very end, if size matters to you, we're going to share with you one of the, I guess where you can get the most bang for the buck as far as new home communities go on the north side of Fort Worth.
And if this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to be the first to know what's happening in the Texas real estate market, go ahead and hit that bell.
Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. My name is Tom Jung.
And I'm Jack Lisenby.
And we're local Dallas-Fort Worth real estate agents. If you are looking to buy or sell, we would love to hear from you. We get phone calls every day from folks just like you, so please don't hesitate to reach out. You can get in contact with us. We got links everywhere. In the description, there's a YouTube banner. Just go ahead and click. Let us know what's up. So, cool. So this video, we are going to be focusing kind of on Haslet, the Haslet area. So I know we talked, we introed it as Fort Worth. Fort Worth is massive. Yeah. There's a lot of growth that is happening on the north side. And there are a ton of new home communities.
Yeah, it almost feels like there's nothing but new home communities up there.
Yeah, so this is the first of, I think, 4 or 5 episodes that we got, maybe more than that we have planned, where we're taking a look at these new home communities. And they're all going to be north side of Fort Worth. They're going to be Northwest ISD or Eagle Mountain, which are both very good. And so we're just picking 3. We're going through them. And that way, hopefully, it'll save you days of your life from driving around, trying to figure out the difference and all that kind of stuff.
Going to every model home of every builder they have up there.
Yeah. So anyways, let's... I guess let's talk a little bit about like why people want to be here.
Oh, in Haslet?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's a beautiful area, honestly. Like it's close to the city center, but not too close. And with Alliance going up there, it's coming even closer.
Yep.
So if you don't like driving, that problem's about to get solved.
Yep. Ton of growth, new homes, all that kind of stuff. Lots of jobs.
Oh yeah, tons of jobs.
Yeah. So, okay, cool. So you want to kick us off?
Yeah, sure. So we're going to start off with, the first community we're going to start off with is called Bridgeview. It's, again, a new home community. It's close to the Alliance area. It's only about 10 minutes away from like the Northwest Park area. Like if you're looking for, so just for frame of reference, Haslet is due north of Fort Worth. You just take the 35 up there and it's going to be on the left side of the highway. And all of this stuff is around that area. So whenever we reference this stuff, if you need a mental map, that's where it is. But if you're looking for like the medical stuff, because there's a lot of hospitals up in that area, you've also got the Texas Harris Methodist is only about 15 minutes away, and right next to it is the Alliance Hospital. You've also got Alliance itself is only about 15 minutes. So you've got all of the shopping, all the restaurants and activities that they have at Alliance within a quarter of an hour. And then you've got, if you're trying to make it to DFW Airport, it's about 30 minutes east. You've got Sundance Square down at Fort Worth, like I said, about 20 to 25 minutes and all of that. We do have NRH-20 in Hawaiian Falls at about 24 minutes if you're trying to drive down in that direction. And then actually the Speedway, Texas Motor Speedway, you know, Dale Earnhardt, all that jazz, is only about 20 minutes away if you take the 114 across there. It's right outside of Justin. But this place is pretty cool because they do have like their own park with like a pool and a pond and everything like that. And the neighborhood itself is actually wired for fiber internet. So you're going to get faster connection speeds and everything in that area than you would in a typical neighborhood, which is really cool. Like we're seeing a lot of neighborhoods around Fort Worth start to pick that up with like Walsh and Morningstar and these other bigger communities. So I'm glad to see it start coming into a place like this as well. Oh, and so this is something that you are not seeing in a lot of smaller communities is, for some reason, gas. They have gas hookups here in these communities. So like if you're a fan of like cooking on a gas stove or you like your gas water heater or something like that, you can't live without it.
Or the tankless water heater.
Oh yeah, even the tankless
Take a shower
ones.
forever. Yeah.
They've got gas powered tankless water heaters as well, and they're phenomenal. And I think it's a selling point because I grew up with gas, and then I went to electric, and I was like, nope, not doing that.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool. But D.R. Horton's the builder out there, and they are building their Tradition series out in this neighborhood. So if you you can actually look up a lot of their stuff on the website if you want, because they've got good floor plans and everything like that in that series as well. But it's going to cost you between $350,000 to $400,000 to get into this place. You're looking at between 3 to 4 beds, 2 baths on average. And most of the square footage is going to be between 16 to 2,200 square feet in this area. So you're getting not big homes, but like larger entry sized homes. So if you've got like a kid or something like that, this would be a good spot. If you're trying to build like a Mormon family or something, it may not be the place for you. But other than that, I think it's going to suit most people.
Well, it could be the place. They would just have to go up in price, right?
Right, yeah, because if you do go up in price, I think they have some larger square footages that go up almost to like 3,000, like 2,900 square feet if that's something you are looking for. But they're going to be like up in the 400,000s.
You like how I gave you drive times to like a dozen different places?
Yeah, the formatting threw me off at first. I will say that. Oh, I'm sorry. I almost missed schools. So schools, obviously, very important. If you are buying a house because you got kiddos, your schools are going to be Curtis Elementary, which is A-rated. And by the way, we do all of our school data. We get it from niche.com. So these ratings are according to Niche. If you would like to do some more reading, feel free to jump on there and check it out. But Curtis Elementary is your elementary school. It is A-rated, which is really good. And honestly on par for the school district. You've got Wilson Middle School, which is A- rated, and Eaton High School, which is also A-rated.
Yeah, and the tax rate there, if anybody cares, 2.79%, and the HOA is $525 a year.
Okay, so, a year? That's really good.
Yeah, it's not bad, right? Cool, yeah. So that is going to be our closest neighborhood to like the Alliance area. The next two are kind of close to each other. They're right next to each other. But next up on the list, we've got Northstar. So this is a new community. It's further up 287. It's master plan. It's a master plan community, so they have a lot of amenities, which is a draw there as well. And if you are looking for the nearest grocery store, you're going to be about 7 minutes away from that. The Alliance area is about 25 minutes, so you got a little bit more of a drive to get there. Downtown Fort Worth is about 27 minutes, and DFW Airport is about 35 minutes. So as far as the amenities goes, they have indoor amenity center with game rooms, event space, pools, splash pads, playground, soccer field. They also have gas utilities here, and the big bummer is cable internet. They don't have that sweet fiber. So these are if you're somebody that relies on high-speed internet, maybe not. As far as the builders here, so there are 4 different builders. Did we mention in the last section it was D.R. Horton? You did, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, sure.
Okay. Boy. So up here, they also have D.R. Horton. They also have History Maker, Riverside Home Builders, and Meritage Homes. So if you are looking, so the D.R. Horton homes here are the same as the previous community, and it's their Tradition series. But with any of these builders, it's going to be they're going to be very similar as far as size goes. So you're looking at like 1,600 square feet to 2,200 square feet, and that's going to run you about $350,000 to $400,000 for a new build. Now they have lots. They have 50-foot lots all the way up to 70-foot lots. But if you're looking under $400,000, you're going to be on a 50-foot lot. The couple of things to note as far as these builders go. So D.R. Horton and Riverside Home Builders are fairly similar. They have like their set products. They put them out there. History Maker is a little bit different. They basically have like a bare bones type house, and then you add things to it. So you're going to have more variety when you're looking at your History Maker as far as how many upgrades they put into the house, if you're looking at an inventory house or if you're going to build. And then Meritage is going to be a little bit more cost effective. Meritage is a true production builder, and what that means is basically they have a certain set of plans, and typically it's like the same floorings going into every single one, the same granite countertops, all of that kind of stuff. So they do have a little bit bigger homes for the same price, but it's all going to be within about 100 square feet of each other. So yeah, when it comes down to it, I think you're probably really going to be looking at, it's probably going to come down to floor plan and what kind of incentives they have going on. And this is probably a good point for me to mention that we also have incentives if you decide to utilize us for our expertise and everything else. So we will throw our incentives on top of their incentives. So apart from that, schools, let's see here. Haslet Elementary is A-rated, and then they also have the longest name in elementary school history, the Molly Livingood Carter Elementary School. I don't know why they had to put every name in the book on that one.
It's like one of those hyphenated names where they got like 4 different last names.
Yeah, so I think this one might have just opened or it's about to open. So I've got it on here. I don't know. It's obviously not rated yet, but it's right in the community. So, if you end up going to that school, your kids can walk there. Then you got Haslet Elementary is A-rated. I can't remember if I said that. Wilson Middle School is A-rated, and Eaton High School is A-rated. So once again, great schools across the board. Now this property is in a mud district, this neighborhood is in a mud district, which means that your taxes are higher. So it's outside city limits, but they had to bring in all the utilities and everything. So there's like a 1% tax for the mud district. So your total tax rate, and here's where it comes out a little bit weird. Again, part of this neighborhood is in Wise County, the other part is in Tarrant. So if you're in Wise County, your tax rate is 2.68, and if you're in Tarrant, you're looking at 2.96, which 2.68 is pretty typical for Fort Worth. So the 2.96 is a little bit high, but if you own this house for 30 years, that tax falls off.
Mm-hmm.
So
then you don't got to worry about it.
Yeah. So there's that.
Man, and you said it's like a 1%, or do you actually know what
it's 1%.
Man,
yeah.
you could be paying 2% taxes. That'd be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or 1.68. I mean, that's even better.
Or even better.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, right next door, actually, to Morningstar is, Northstar is Sendera Ranch. We're not doing that again. I promise. So Sendera Ranch, we actually talk about this in another video as well, but it's a master plan community. It shares a main road through that area with Northstar. And they also share a lot of other things like their drive time. So again, everything's going to be the same in that regards to your closest grocery store is going to be a Walmart at about 7 minutes away. You've got Alliance at about 25 minutes east. Downtown Fort Worth is 25 minutes south, and then you've got the DFW Airport about 35 minutes east. But the big draw with Sendera Ranch, aside from the fact that the homes themselves are just beautiful, is the fact that it has so many amenities. You have parks, you've got pools, you've got green spaces, picnic areas, you've got all sorts of sports courts. So they've got like a tennis court, a soccer field, a basketball court. They have a little gym there in the clubhouse as well next to the pool, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't been in there myself, but if you can imagine it, they've got it, and it's honestly just a really beautiful community. They're putting a bunch of time, effort, and money into it, and it really shows because you've got it. So Lennar's the builder out there, and I know they catch a lot of flack around here for being a production builder, but they did a really good job. So these houses, you're going to be able to get into this neighborhood for under $300,000 for some of these floor plans, but the bulk of it's going to be around like the 330 range. They go all the way up to around 400, 450 in some cases if you get some of the bigger houses, but they're usually between 1,200 to 2,600 square feet. So that's about what you can expect in an area like that. And they've, of course, got your typical like 3 and 4 bedroom options. So just depending on what floor plan you get will determine a lot of that. But it's going to be a pretty tight range as far as what they are offering, just as a heads up. So if you're looking for options, it may not be the place when it comes to your house. But
not a lot of flash going on.
Yeah, not a lot of flash. Like, again, it's 4 walls and a door. They did a good job, but it's not. There's no bells and whistles to these things. The schools, though, they are the same as with Northstar, with one notable exception, and that's the elementary school, because it's on the other side of the highway. There is J.C. Thompson, which is a B+ rating. So a bit of a dip there from the A-rated Haslet Elementary School. But your other 2 schools, Wilson Middle School and Eaton High School, are both A-rated. That being said, this is also built on a gas network, so you will have gas in these homes. And again, it's not fiber like the like our first neighborhood. So it is cable internet. If that's something that's important to you, you need more than 1 gigabit a second, you're going to have to go somewhere else, unfortunately.
Sendera and Northstar are really similar. I think the biggest difference is just going to be the builder. Like you said.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with Lennar.
It's like a color scheme difference.
Yeah, I mean, they get 2,600 square feet, though. Under 400,000 is pretty good. Like you said, no bells and whistles, more of a thud and a hum, but it is what it is. So if space is your thing, you made it to the end of the video. Here we go. If space is your thing, you want size. Size matters to you. You want a bigger house because you got too many kids, whatever your reason. Then
yes, that's what people use that saying for.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm struggling today, guys. Hang in there. Then as far as the so like I said, we're doing multiple episodes on this, but the best neighborhood, or the top two, I should say, one is going to be Elizabeth Creek, which is a community built by Syntax. That's going to be further north, up by 11 or 114. I don't know. I said 11.
Oh, the highway, yeah,
114. And you're going to be able to get about 2,700 square feet there, and that's Northwest ISD. If you are wanting to be closer to downtown, then Belt Mill is going to be the other option for about 2,700 square feet as well. And that's Eagle Mountain School District. Is built by D.R. Horton. So if you are looking for something bigger that's still under 400,000, those are going to be the best two options. You may find some in some other neighborhoods, but those are going to have the most options for you. So anyways, I think that's all we got.
Yeah,
for
just
this video.
Great neighborhoods in a very up-and-coming area.
Yeah, and if you are watching this video and you're like, hey, this isn't quite what I'm looking for, let us know what was missing in these neighborhoods or what you're looking for. We'd love to know. Your feedback helps with us figuring out what kind of content to make next. But if it is your first time, we got more to come. Please hit that subscribe button. And as always, if you're looking to buy or sell, remember to keep calm, call town.